Kyle, Jerry, I almost missed you.
Hey, were you going to the marijuana dispensary?
Yeah.
Good.
Hold on, let me turn around. Hey, Jerry, where's Kyle?
You almost missed us.
I almost.
Were you going to
Good
the
to see you.
Were you going to the marijuana dispensary?
Later on. Later.
Okay, cool.
Welcome back to the people who survived through our previous episode, or 16 minutes of pain. And today we're at the beautiful place called BarnXo, and it's a dear friend of mine, Kyle Need, and we can see his dad. Hi, Dad. His name is Jerry, and that's a self-made family. They own quite a few businesses. So we're gonna talk about custom reclaimed furniture made by BarnXo. It's really BarnXo. It's a nice name, actually. Where you guys came up with that name, BarnXo?
So first off, do you drink?
Yeah, it's not heavily, but I like good drinks.
What do you drink?
Scotch.
So what years do you like of Scotch? If
15, 18, obviously, if I can afford it.
Yes. So with the older stuff, it's all means to do with the aging, with the XO and stuff. Like your higher end bottles of liquor have the XO. That means like aging.
Better quality.
Better quality.
Nice. Actually, yeah, it's a very nice name. It's a very nice name. So, Kyle, can you tell me a little bit about what makes you, or how you came up with the idea, and knowing your history? Actually, before Kyle gonna say anything about his idea, I kind of want to say how I met the Kyle. I know Kyle probably for 20 years, maybe maybe a little bit less. And one day, I saw the kid. He was probably you were probably like 10.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And
10-9.
Yeah, and the kid walked into my house sideways. He was walking sideways, and like, what is going on? And I was told like, hey, don't pay attention. He was born in a boat. He was raised in a boat, and he lives in the boat. So that's how he walks. So yeah, that's how I met Kyle. And yes, the Kyle actually, besides that business, he's the largest charter company in the North Chicago for fishing on Lake Michigan. And he's got reviews, he's got beautiful boats. And every summer, it's more than welcome to join him, buy the furniture, go fishing, have a good life. So let's get back to you, Kyle. So BarnXo, you are doing reclaimed furniture. It's beautiful product, and we're gonna show you later, everybody, the samples of the furniture. They're located in Mundelein, Illinois. It's Route 60 and Butterfield Road. They have a big showroom, and here's a spoiler alert. These guys not only making the furniture just because of the COVID situation, they came up with a brilliant idea. They have a showroom full with furniture, and actually, you don't see it, but we're gonna show you later on. They have a bar with the table, and it's a full stock bar. So people who is afraid to go to the bars or restaurants, but they still want to go out and they throw the party like a baby shower or somebody's birthday. We're talking about probably what, over here comfortably 25, 30 people.
Exactly.
They actually can provide the services because it's a beautiful showroom. They clean the showroom. They sterilize after every single visit. And also, I asked the owners about, how you guys going about COVID, and answer was, and it's in end of February right now. This company, because they're in essential business, they already vaccinated. Not only owners and managers, that every single employee of this business already vaccinated, and you don't have to be afraid while you're coming here and talking to them. So not only you can have a beautiful furniture, you can be also reassured about safety of your health.
All these ends fit. They're numbered. I don't know. It's numbered on this side over here, and they're numbered to fit in one particular spot because they're made to fit this board next to them. Okay. So now, what happens here is they're going to pull this together in here. This one here is being clamped right now, and what's happening here is this is keeping it straight. This is keeping the seam perfect inside here. Okay. The glue's wiped off.
So it's look like a one board.
Exactly. That's how we want this to be. We want this to look this way. A lot of people buy this stuff. They're putting it in their offices. They're putting it in their conference rooms. They want it to not only they love the idea of the reclaim, but they also want it to look good. So this table that they're working on there will wind up exactly like this table here. It goes from here to our next process, which is the finishing. The final stage before it gets into the finishing room. And this is taking the wood. He's got a machine here that'll actually bring the grain up so it doesn't look like we just ran it through a planer or bought Home Depot wood. It shows the softer wood coming up, or the softer wood taken out of the softer wood, and it gives it that grain effect here. Beautiful. And that shows the age of the wood. So he takes this, he sands this, he perfects it, he fills any imperfections up before it gets to this stage.
Perfection even the sideways. I mean,
Oh, this is perfect. There is no gaps here. Everything is built here like he's building it for himself. He's pretty much in charge of all of that. He's very, very important in our process here. So this is the table right here. This is probably going to go with this whole setup here. But this is for a shelving unit. These are all just shelves. This is not one piece of wood. This is two pieces clamped together, just like you saw over there.
Kyle, what makes your business different than your competitors? Because it is you have a competition.
Yes.
And what makes you different?
It's the history that we get from the wood, like the old factories, like the old original Caterpillar building, the Wall Street building, number 6.
So hold on, you're saying you're strategically choosing places where you're buying your product.
Yes. So there's more.
So you are your company was involved in purchasing the leftovers of the reclaimed wood when they took it down the original Caterpillar factory.
Yes.
Wall Street.
The Wall Street.
And you have the wood in the warehouse.
Yes, we have it out.
Wow.
Out and back.
That's amazing. So that's huge, because you are not only about the quality, which is a superior quality, you are about the history.
Yes.
What's the history of your family? Where your family came from originally? Everybody in the United States came from somewhere.
Yeah.
So your family came to the Ellis Island, and the custom worker cannot pronounce your name, so they instead the Nijinsky put Nid.
Yes. So that was done in the early 1900s.
That's unique.
And his here I was born here, and so was my father was born here, but his ancestors before that came from Poland. So we have a Polish heritage.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's a history.
No, definitely.
So and people wants to have that history.
Nope. Yep. Okay.
I hope you're charging premium for it.
No, yeah, we definitely do for those.
Yes.
And every order you get there's a story behind it, that we give you a picture of where it came from, of what it was, what it was standing, when it was built, the story behind it, so you could have it for many years on.
So it's hand-picked product.
Exactly. Yep.
Also, I heard the story people are talking. I heard the story you've been in Alcatraz, and not for reasons of Al Capone and Alcatraz, but your business was involved in doing something in Alcatraz.
Yes.
Alcatraz.
Yep. So we supplied the furniture for the tourists when they would come and visit the island. So we supplied the tables, the benches, the postcard holders that you would pick to send to your loved ones,
Show where you were.
and to show them where you were.
You mentioned like you have right now currently in your warehouse and you're manufacturing the wood from Wall Street.
Yes. Matter of fact, that's it right up on the top over there. We actually have close to 2 semi-loads full. We only bring in what we need right now. So right now, the rest of the stuff is covered in the back, but that's wood that's being in the corner over here. That is Wall Street wood. This whole row is pretty much all Wall Street wood.
So if,
That came from the number 6 building.
if you're not a banker but you want to be attached to the banking, here's the Wall Street.
Yes, exactly. It's got great history. That's the nice thing about it. The history of this, every piece here is pretty much, we know where it came from. And so we like to let that customer know when he's buying it, whether it came from Iowa in a farm or it came from Dixon, Illinois, which we get a lot of wood from too. We're not all just, we're very selective on where we get our wood because we want wood that's, we can make nice tables with. We don't want firewood. So that's the biggest criteria when I'm calling people is number 1, we like the history. Number 2 is we don't want to buy firewood. We want to buy wood. We don't take this down. We have professionals take it down because it's a dangerous job taking down an old barn. So that's the only criteria, and with working with the same people for a number of years, you find out the good and the bad. And the bad, we just don't use their wood no more, and we don't call them back. We just use the good.
Here we go. Welcome, Jerry.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Victor.
And he knows a lot more about everything than Kyle or
Yeah.
I ever know. I mean, he's a unique person. So, Jerry, what you can tell us about why, like, you're by far one of the, first of all, in my opinion, you're one of the greatest dad out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 3 kids. You pretty much self-made businessman. You provide the excellent future for your family. You did. I mean, it's a hard work. I mean, I know how you guys worked and still working, and especially with the fishing charters and the wood furniture. And you have, I know you have snow plowing business. So it's a 24/7, 365.
Yes.
And you have a great kids. I mean, one of them is here. It's a Kyle. He's running BarnXo.
Yes.
What
I
made
feel-
you came here?
I feel fortunate that I'm able to see my kids every day of the week if I want to, where a lot of families can't say that.
No, they can't.
And I think we get along great. I think it's brought us closer together. Both Kyle and Nick and my daughter, I see on a regular basis. But what I've always instilled in Kyle is family. And with him, with his brother, that's why we started this.
Yes.
It was the best way. It gave him something besides just fishing in the summertime. And he loves fishing. He's a captain, a U.S. Coast Guard captain. I'm very proud of them, both of them. But what's really nice about it is he's got something for the winter, which was started out as a winter project, and it's now pretty much it is a year-round
Yes.
job. And it went from a small, like he said, a small little do-it-yourself in your garage selling on Craigslist to going to a 5,000. We're now in a 13,000 square foot, which I'm very proud of what he's done here. He's got ideas that I've never even thought of. He's pretty much done everything I could ever ask of any son to do. And I've always instilled in him, if you want to be successful in anything, treat everybody like you'd want to be treated yourself.
I cannot agree more with that
And you
statement.
will be successful no matter if you're talking to someone at a lower income or a higher income, you treat them all the same. And you're going to do well. You don't have to treat anyone different because they're a different person, they're in a different league.
In other words, just be real.
Just, people, they're making some major purchases here. And number one, they like to have the confidence that when they're buying it from a family They're supporting the family. They're supporting the U.S. And they're showing how hard he's working. And because of that, because he is very likable, and he's got their trust, you know, and he stands in back of everything. That's what's nice about it. If you called 6 months from now and you had an issue at all, we'd be right there fixing it. You know, we stand in back of our stuff. We don't forget about you down the line.
That's important. But it came from the family, because you're like, from what I see, and it's unfortunately it's a really becoming a rare thing. Your family is really close, and I hope more people would be like that, because once you're close with your family, you will be successful.
Yeah,
and you're honest people.
And he dealt with the public so well, being a charter boat captain, that a lot of times he would come home and say, "Hey, the guys that used to go with you, they really don't want to go with you no more. They want to go with me." I think he was just saying that, but I instilled something, and it just made me better. You know, that how well
especially knowing the fact on your charter boat business, your guy is taking some famous people out there. I mean, your clients are Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, Chicago Cubs.
We've taken Ryan
Chicago
Sandberg,
Bears.
Bo Jackson, Musha Muhammad.
Yes.
Ryan Sandberg.
Tyson Chandler. I mean, and we treat them all just like we talked about.
That's the reason why they're coming back.
Treat them all the same. They don't want to be treated any different than anybody else, because they're there to be just normal. And that's how we treat them. That's the same with when they call and they buy furniture from us. We treat them all like I treat them. We don't treat anybody any different and do anything different.
But you treat everybody specially.
Every person is dealt like I'd want.
Yes.
We want them to feel special, because this is a project that they're buying. They're buying a purchase that this is going to be with them for a long time. And because of that, they really need to have the confidence in what we can provide.
Yes, and plus it's not inexpensive product.
And you know, it's like the wood. You know, someone will say, well, you know, they look at these barns and stuff. The wood that we use, we select special woods. We don't just use any wood. If we feel that it doesn't meet our standards, and we wouldn't put it in our own house, we don't sell it to you. That's what we call firewood. You know, we're not going to use wood just because we got it, and if it doesn't serve our purpose, we go with better. But we have such a great process in doing this here, and he's taught all of our employees the same process. So we have a very high standard of excellence.
Obviously,
you know,
if you guys are already vaccinated, you do have a high
standard. Everybody's vaccinated, but we want to make sure if we see any imperfection before it goes out, we fix it before it leaves. And so every piece is really, really first class when it leaves here. This is some of the process of doing the legs. This shows you the powder coating, how effective it is. And again,
so you don't paint, you powder coat.
Yes, this is all powder coating. And the nice thing about this is, it don't matter the width of the table. We can change the legs to whatever people accommodate. For wheelchairs, you know, if someone's on a wheelchair, this might not be the right leg for them,
So
or they
it
need
took
it.
you some time to figure out.
If someone calls me directly, they're going to get the best service they can imagine. I'm not only going to ask them things like this, but how many people are sitting at the table? Are there going to be kids at the table? What's the best finish for them? You know, for their decor on their floor. You know, we have people that are designers here, and we have salesmen here too that will tell them, pretty much walk them through the steps of making sure something will match good with their particular flooring, wall coverings that they got right now, and the particular furniture they have right now. So we want this all to look good at the end of the day.
It's not only a small family business, it's a huge process behind the picture.
Yes.
So they have huge process. So when people are buying your product, it's not just a table. It's a human involvement from all kinds of
We're going to be their
levels.
new family. We're going to be their family. Anytime they have a question, they're welcome to call us. Anytime that they have something right now and they really like and they want us to reproduce that, we will. You know, we're here we're not looking for, like I've always told my sons, we're not here for short-time business. We're here for the long term. And the long term means that anytime they want to come by, or if they don't live in this area here and they call us from another state, they're welcome to talk to me. I'll give them one-on-one on what they need for their particular project that they're doing. We deal with a lot of designers too, and designers that are doing it for homes, whether it's in Illinois, whether it's in California or New York. We can pretty much get them in the right direction. And we work, if they want a particular leg style, they show us the leg style, we can reproduce it. And they can get whatever they want for their particular customer or client.
You're not doing only the wood and metal. I saw, and we're gonna show that later on, I saw your benches and countertop from the concrete.
Oh, absolutely. That's a new thing that we're getting into because we're using still the reclaimed wood bases, but we're putting concrete on it. We're trying to be a one-stop shop.
Each piece of the furniture is unique. Every single, you can make any you can take any project and make furniture on any difficulty or any standard.
Yes. That's what sets us aside from others. We went one step further. We like to keep everything in-house so we have a little bit more control. So we make our own table legs. Why? Because we know the quality is going to be good there. I don't have to, if somebody wants a certain height and they're a little bigger and they're taller and they need to have a 30.5 inch, we can do that. But we even went one step further. And we went to, instead of just painting the table legs, like most people might think that that's how they're going to get, we powder coat, which is the best process you could imagine. It's baked on. There is nothing better than what the product, when it rolls out of our place, it's perfect. So, and that's what we've instilled. We went from one process we started with, and we found out that wasn't good enough, and we went to a better. And we spent the money to make sure that we don't have people coming down the line and it looks like it was painted with a brush. This is baked on in an oven. There's not a better process than. And it's in-house in your production. Yes. Yeah. So we have control of everything. If someone called up and said, hey, you know what, I got this unique color, let me show you our catalog, what we can provide. If they have a color that they want, we can get it. There was a restaurant that's over in Hawaii that needed a particular green color. And it wound up, we got that color, he picked it out and he said, that's what I want. We got it for him. So all of his stuff went out. So you hand pick every single product which you bring here? When it comes here, the metal is made here. Everything, we try to keep as much in-house. And of course, certain things we don't have a control over, and that's shipping. Shipping is, we just try to use the best company that we can. Everybody loves shipping. Yeah. Everybody saw the videos on YouTube, FedEx delivery. Oh, yeah. I guess you got your portion too. Yes. So, I mean, we use reputable people. That's number one. And because even if we pay a little bit more for it, I feel that they're getting better service when it comes to their house. So that's how we pretty much instilled everything in Kyle, and his brother too. His brother's the same. And it shows you, he gave his kidney to his brother. That's amazing. Exactly. So let's show what you saw what the process was back there. Let's look at a finished product. So this is going into a Class 1A office building. Everything is perfectly level before it leaves the shop. Then it'll go into the shipping department. The shipping department will contact the freight carriers, and we'll keep pretty much a contact with the freight carriers, along with the customer will have contact with the freight carriers. So this is not just
so the customer
done.
The customer will receive the phone call before they deliver. So it's not going to be dropped.
It's not just going to be like blind dropped. This is going to be, they're going to set up a time and everything for them to receive it, and it's going to be on their time.
Do you offer the local deliveries?
Oh, we do local deliveries we have a Sprinter van, a long Sprinter van, and it's a high top, and we do a lot of deliveries just locally. So in there, we set it all up and everything for them.
question is, a lot of people in any business, not only in your particular business, but any business, they look at their competitors or their enemies. And I know you guys look at your competition or smaller guys or larger guys not as enemies, but as more like a potential partners. And I know for a fact you're actually helping the smaller guys to make the product, and you, as far as I know, you're making the product, drying the wood for them and assisting them with. Can you?
We supply a lot of local businesses in this area here, where they'll come by and say, "Hey, I'm looking for a piece. It's hard to find. We'll get the piece for them. If we don't have it, we can get it." But 99% of the time, we have the piece here, and they're happy with it. But we're just trying to make everyone happy. So we're not just doing this off ourselves. Competition is good because it keeps everybody on the top of their toes on standards. So our standards are very high, and when they come here, they see those. So a lot of times we're giving our competition the same, which we're friends with our competition. A lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
We give them. We're not here to make enemies. You know, there's enough business for everybody out there. So we sell a lot of the wood that we've purchased. They might need a selective amount of it, and we can get it for a certain project that they might not be able to have.
Yes.
And keep him going. You know, it's about helping your neighbors.